Welcome to Pydle Day 163. Pydle is a daily puzzle you need to solve by writing Python code. Today's Pydle is a seahorse, so quite colorful. So have a go at solving that. If you need a Pydle or you just want to learn a little bit more about Python, some of the techniques you can use, then stick around as I will now solve yesterday's Pydle, which was a glass of red wine. I'm going to do the simple understandable solution, and then I'm also going to show a solution by one of the users on the Reddit, which is, I think, is really clever, and it will help you understand a bit more about Python and how to solve Pydles. Okay, but let's first solve this in quite a simple way. Now we can see the background color is black, so we don't even have to worry about the two verticals on the side. So we only need to do x in range 3. I just need to worry about those 3 pixels, and then y. So we can say if, and I'm gonna use the zip function now. So if x, y not in, and now I'm going to use the zip function to create a list of tuples of the values we want to exclude. So zip basically zips 2 lists together and then matches the indexes to create a list of tuples. So what are our x's? It's 0 and 2. So remember, we're ignoring the first column, so we're starting our index at 0 there, 0 and 2, and y is just 3. Okay, so I'm just going to do that as white and see what it gives us. We need to plus 1x because we're only doing the center bits. Okay, that's the outline of a glass of wine. And now we can do red if 0 less than y less than 3, else yellow. Okay, that solves the Pydle. Also quite a nice one, and not that many characters, 99, which is quite good for a simple solution. I was a little bit worried that people were going to think this one was too easy, but it's actually sparked quite a few interesting solutions. So I'm just going to bring up this particular user, Zuza Murban, who did this quite a clever solution. So I'm going to look at the second one. So let me paste that in, and then we can just have a look why that works. Okay, so let me hide that. Can I paste that in? Run that. Nothing happens because it is a solution. So for I in range 15, so it's using basically the indexes instead of x and y. So the index going from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then just using this the remainder, the integer division for x and y. But let's focus on this expression, which is I bitwise and 13, and then x or 9. Okay, so let's just hide that for now, and we print that out to see. Let's just start with the I and 13. Okay, so bitwise 13 represented by binary is it's 1 plus 4 plus 8. So anything that has a is made up of a 1 plus a 4 plus 8, or a 1 and 4 and 8, that's gonna be ANDed together. So you can see 0, no, so it's going to be 0, 1, yeah, we've got a 1 there, 2, we haven't got a 1, 2, we're basically using 1, 4 and 8. So anything that's got a 2 in it is going to be false. And then 3 is 1 plus 2, so it's got the 1. 4, it's got the 4. 5 is 4 plus 1. 6 is 4 plus 2, so the AND is just going to be 4. And 5, and this goes on and on. The whole reason for that is to have an expression that has those 2 pixels that we want to exclude the same value, which is 9. And now if we do exclusive OR, so exclusive OR does an OR of both values, the bitwise OR, unless they are equal, and then that evaluates to 0. So even in the cases where we've got a 0 there, it's going to do the OR of that, so it's going to be 9. Let's just run that. Okay, so you can see everywhere except those two pixels has got a positive value, which Python is equivalent to true. So now we can uncomment the if statement. Okay, and lastly, why does this work? It's basically I've got a list of the 2 colors, yellow and red, and for the index we're actually using a logical expression. So we're saying 2 less than I less than 9, and y is red second. Well, the reason that works is a Boolean value in Python is equivalent to 1. So if that is true, then that means it's going to take the index 1 out of the list. So so it's 0, 1, 2. So I greater than 2, which is the red ones, less than 9, that's pixel 9. And that's yellow. Red evaluates if that's true, otherwise yellow. So I thought that's a really, really neat solution. So yeah, even if you're new to Python, this is something really worth learning, especially bitwise operations. Okay, so if you run that, that solves the puzzle. Hope you enjoyed both solutions. I hope you enjoyed solving this puzzle. You can go back and play around with it a little bit more. But do have a go at solving the seahorse. And I'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you for watching.